2, 3. How y'all doing, people? It's Hunt.
It's your girl Key.
And welcome to the first official episode of Hunt Life, the podcast. Coming here kind of live. We have a better control situation now. I feel like with the way that we're doing it now, we have a better chance to explain what we be talking about, because some of the time on the live we don't really like get into everything that we talking about. So with this podcast we can talk about everything and anything.
Right.
So
let's tell them, I guess, who we are.
So you want me to go first or you want to go first? I'll go first. Well, my name Mark. People know me as Hunt. A lot of people know me as Hunt. A lot of other people, especially online, they know me as Mr. Hunt Bubbles. I'm a mobile detailer, and I'm also co-owner of Hunt Life Co. It's like a huge company. That's what we try to strive to be. What's wrong with saying that?
Boy, you be giving like the whole list. You introduce yourself.
I did, but I am the co-owner of Hunt Life Co., right?
Yes, but you're also known as
Mr. Hunt Bubbles.
Is that the part?
Yeah, I said that part.
Oh.
And then I said that I'm co-owner of Hunt Life Co. But I guess since you feel like you ready to talk, how about you introduce yourself? Nah, come on, fam. Introduce yourself.
To have
practice or something.
Yes.
Practice make perfect. We doing good. You gonna introduce yourself to the people though?
Hey y'all. I'm your girl Key. I am an author of a children's book, and I am a women's empowerment coach. We wanted to create this podcast to give a front view to millennials of what it looks like to live life, chase dreams, and everything else in between. And let's talk about real issues, real life, real relationships, these kids.
Yeah. These kids be doing shit. I'm gonna bring the funny part to it. I mean, Kiki feel like she funny too, so you know.
I am funny.
Okay. So. I guess that could be like a good little running thing. Like I guess she feels like she the funniest. And trust and believe me, she be funny some of the time. Don't get me wrong. Oh, she will get you laughing.
I crack people up. I'm hilarious.
Okay. Is it because you try to be funny?
No, that's why I am funny, because I'd be serious.
Oh, okay. But that's the difference. You can't take a joke with, because it's not one. How we know the difference?
I don't know. Y'all just, I think my honesty is so pure, it makes people laugh, because they don't believe people could be that honest. True. So they have to take it as a joke. But I be dead ass serious.
I get that, but it's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's just... that's your sense of humor. Like,
it's not. Y'all take it funny. I be serious. Like,
so you like
make it a laugh at it. Hey, we all win, I guess.
Dang. So is that kind of sad? Because it's like nobody but like, what is it?
What?
Is it sad or something? Because you be trying not to joke, and then people think that you joking. So it's like that you fell into the joke thing.
It's so natural.
Okay, you just naturally. You're just naturally funny. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. I think like that's one of the traits that we pass down to our kids. I think like both of our kids are like funny. Like they both try to be funny. Yeah, they try to be funny in their own different ways. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part. And talking about kids, I think that's what we're gonna get into. Is our main topic today is kids, bro. Like, we love them, we spoil them, but like they're spoiled, bro. Like all of them. I think all kids, but specifically we have like 2 boys under the age of 10, so it's like
under the age of 10. That's technically 10, like 2.
But then he's
true. Preteen. Let's just start off by saying kids are fucking toxic.
Yeah,
Like,
kids are toxic. Like,
how do you take the toxicness in you out of your kid? Because it's
that's the
like,
thing.
it's
Yeah,
looking back at yourself
yeah,
and being
yeah.
like, I know I'm not this toxic.
But then that's when you realize, like, dang, I guess I am toxic because this little dude did some stuff that, like, maybe I would have done, but he done it to me. So it's like, bruh, what the hell? Yeah, touche. That was the thing when I first one learned what that word touche mean, but he used touche like a mug. He used touche for everything. He didn't even know the meaning all the way, but he touche. I'm like, all right, that's how you feel.
Kids don't care.
Mm.
Kids will like wake up for no God given reason and choose violence.
Yeah.
Just because they felt like it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's the crazy part. Like they do, like it just doesn't matter. Like they wake up. It's like, who do I choose to want to be today? Do I want to be the good kid that I'm always am, or do I want to be that terrorist that I am? Because that's the thing. Kids have a side. Yeah. Them different sides. They'll terrorize you. But what are like some positive, small things about kids that you like?
Nothing.
Because
kids, listen, I love the fact that my kids I can say that my kids are spoiled, I guess. Mm-hmm. But it's knowing that we are doing something different than our parents did. Because for half the stuff that our kids be getting away with, we could have never have did that. Like, let us would have tried. Yeah. Okay? So that's why I'm like, it's those little moments where it's like, you deserve an ass whooping. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to let you pass because I get it. But please stop playing with me. Like, kids make you want to bring out your inner gangster sometimes. It's just be like, do you not know I was a whole goon bugging and thugging out here in these streets and you keep playing with me like I'm so?
Real T, kids be pressing you. Like, I know all kids press you. I don't care how old they is. They gonna press you because they little you. So it's like, they gonna press you. Mm-hmm. They trying to see what they can get over upon. So it's like, do you run with an iron fist? Do you like chill and like give them that little space to like, go on, breathe, let them feel themselves? Or do you like do something in between? Like, how you feel like with that situation? Like,
I think you gotta know your kid.
Yeah.
Like, it's important. Like with us, our generation, like our parents treated us all the same to the same extent. It's like if one in trouble. Especially if you was the oldest one, it's like you just automatically got in trouble for everybody. Like,
even if all the cousins together,
you didn't have to be there. We all in trouble. That's crazy. So it's like now knowing your kid and like you all got discipline in the same way. It did not matter. Like y'all always finna catch your ass whooping. They gonna line you up. Like, have you ever been in them lines as a kid with your cousins and y'all all lined up to get an ass whooping and you seeing how hard the next one crying coming out? Like, you trying to figure out if it's getting easier, it's getting harder. Like, man, no. So now you just gotta know your kid. Cause like, facts, I cannot do the same stuff with Mattis. Since Mattis do stuff Santana would never have done.
True. Yeah.
Like, and he, like, if you have one child, God bless you. Because nobody tells you how hard it is to juggle two. Because the second one is don't care about nothing. Like, you gotta prove it.
They're polar opposites. That's the crazy part.
You gotta be about that life with that baby. Like, kids make you be about that life. Because
we play man-to-man defense around here upon these kids. Because, like, we don't run with an iron fist. We ain't none of them helicopters. We ain't none of that. Like, saying feel like we helicopter, but it's bro, we not helicopter. Like, trust and believe. You pretty much, you do what you want. You just got a little bit of stuff
like
that
you leave
do.
a blanket on your floor for like a week until somebody tell you to pick it. Like, come on, like that was helicopter. I would have told you to, like, you would have picked that up that day. Like,
real T, you wouldn't even would have dropped it on the floor because you would have felt us coming around to see why you dropped it on the ground. That's what we kind of sort of grew up with. So it's like, my guy, you don't know what no helicopter parents is, because I think that's what's wrong with a bunch of kids this generation.
That's
like
so. Kids
we
today
don't
is soft.
we don't be on their ass like we was on, like how we got on.
Like, we give them a chance. Like, you remember how you did that one thing that one time you messed up and the young mama came and cussed you out? Like,
no room for error. We grew up with no room for error.
Nowadays, you give your kid about 3-4 warnings.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. And then by the time you lose your mind, they really think you crazy. They don't know what your problem is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how many times have I told you?
Like, I've been telling you, like, fam, like, oh, okay, so you just gonna sit here and continue. Like, that's the thing about boys, that they, I mean, it's the same thing with, like, two women, your daughter and your wife or whatever, like, going head to head. Like, yeah, two boys gonna go head to head. So now I gotta bang with the oldest one and the youngest one. That's crazy, because it's like, he know that we recording back there, and the dog just, that's another one of your kids, bro. That's what they don't tell you. These animals these days too, they are like kids. They are part of the family. Like, they part of the family. They got little attitudes too.
Everybody in the house got an attitude.
Everybody, and that's
like,
the
you
same.
wake up someday and dry ass. Everybody has an attitude. You like, what happened to you last night? And then, like, they remember what they want. And then, like, now, because everybody's so, like, all the parents, I'm parents.
Yeah, we parents.
Care about our kids' feelings.
Yeah.
So we know they getting on our nerves, but we, like, trying to heal with them. So we, like,
it's okay. Yeah.
And but in your mind, you can't tell me you had them flashbacks of my mama would have, like.
Yeah, like, screw your feelings, bro. Like, I don't care about whatever you feeling at this moment. Like, you tried to play me. Like, that's the thing. Kids will try to play you. Although, after they play you and they come to their right senses, they want to come over there smiling and giggling and being all like, friendly and stuff. That's the toxic part.
Yeah. Now, I can't be mad no more because you're not mad no more. No, I'm still in my feelings and I need time. Like, that's why I teach your kids boundaries. Have boundaries with your kids, because my kids know I have a boundary. Like, when you feeling some type of way, go over there. Take your energy somewhere else. I do not want to deal with your energy. Like, come back when you feel better. I started doing that since at an early age, because I need you to understand everything ain't appropriate. Because you having a bad day don't mean I need to have a bad day. Because you having a bad day. Learn how to self-regulate, and then when you're ready to talk about it, we can talk about it. But you're not gonna be just in here throwing no tantrums and having no attitude with me for no reason. Like, I don't need that type of anxiety. Okay, as a mom, I got enough to worry about. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
And then the slightest thing. The thing is with boys, I don't think I realized they was gonna be so emotional. Boys will cry at a drop of a dime. It's been moments where I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I mean,
like,
grown men still cry for sports. Like, grown men still cry. Like, yeah. So it's like, I get what you're saying. Dudes
like, they got a big attitude. Like, he
be
buffed up about it. And then it's like, what's your problem?
Up his little chest and
then out of nowhere, tears. Like, you like, no, wait, you've been being mean to me all day, and then you in tears. What about my feelings?
Toxic. Don't care about nobody else's feelings, like, but they own feelings.
Do not freaking care, and we could have never. We could have never done that. Got away with half the stuff these kids get away with.
But that's the good thing. That's the part of, like, spoiling our kids. Wouldn't that be like the breaking generational curses?
It is. It's the curse of breaking the curse.
There's nothing wrong with that, because it's like, for the next one, then maybe they might be back strict on their kids, because they be like, man, hell nah, I don't get how my parents did that. How they let me get away with all this stuff. So it's like, It's like you live and you learn, but it's like
it's like kids being kids. You just gotta understand, like, kids are gonna be kids, and that be the hard part because you're trying to raise them to be decent human beings. Like that's the only thing I care about. Like, if I can have decent human beings, fine. But are they assholes? Absolutely. Like, both of them. Like, and one is the crazy part. One is just as sweet as he can be. Like, he's the sweetest ever. Like, somebody's daughter is gonna be madly confused.
I think it's both of them because they both be up on that.
He is with the shit. Like, you gotta have a tough heart to deal with Maddie because homie don't care.
He don't.
I ain't never seen a kid that don't care about nothing.
True. All right, so let me see. Because it's like, I mean, kids are toxic. They are spoiled. The good thing is that we are breaking generational curses, and that's always like a positive.
Yeah.
But do you feel like all generational curses need to be broken when it comes to like dealing with your kids, or is it like some stuff need to be like still implemented? Like,
I think it's a give and take. Like everything, I don't ditch everything my parents ask me. Like, I'm still very much so like staying a child's place. I'm very much so like you going to bed at a certain time. Like, and keeping the structure. Like, I grew up in a very structured household, so like the structure part of me cannot let my kids run like just mad wild.
Me too. Like, that's a big thing too.
I can't do this whole like those things because I just think those are the things that you need to survive as a human. Like, you have to know how to like have some sense of structure, and I think a lot. I see now that a lot of people just let their kids just kind of free and like guide their own self, but I'm like, no, because you're still a kid.
Yeah, you're still a kid. You gotta let that kid. I feel like it's nothing wrong with like letting your kid be a kid and like do the different things, like jump a little bit off the stairs, but you ain't finna jump off the top of the stairs. You feel me? Like, if you want to be able to ride the horse, you can pause. If you want to do like a bunch of just different little things, you can do that, but we're not gonna let you be just too dangerous. Nah, you can't just your first time go jump off the ramp up on the skateboard, bro. You just learned how to do that. We're not gonna like let you do unsafe stuff like that.
But like a baby, like he likes to climb, and it's just like get down. Like, I'm very much like them. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Like, you have to make kids think, and you have to be able to just guide them. They're all spirits, so that's why I'm just kind of like, you gotta know your kid and know what works for each kid. Like, I cannot talk to Santana the way I talk to Maddox. Like, I gotta talk to Maddox like
totally different. Like, you gotta be a little bit rough with him, even though he's a little bit younger.
So it's like, don't talk to me like that, because now you crossing his boundary. That's disrespectful. You don't have to handle him that way.
Yeah, true.
Maddox is more so like, no, you just gonna have to be about that goon. Like,
he with that rah. But I think he just like that because he just like toddlering it out, and like toddler be on some thug life stuff most of the time. Yeah. So I think that's what
these terrible threes is terrible. Like, terrible. He is horrible.
Yeah, that's the crazy
He's taking full advantage of terrible three. Like, full advantage.
I think the thing about the way that we parent is will be like right before when we first figured out that we was like gonna have a child, when we was gonna have our first son, we kind of sort of was like going over like little things, like scenarios and shit, like how we would try to raise them. So we already knew that because we did get a lot of fussed at and stuff like that, that we wouldn't do a lot of like cussing and fussing at our kids. So it's like, I didn't feel like it was nothing wrong with that. And then I knew that we both like got whooped on. So it's like I know that we didn't want to like whoop on our kids.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that we wouldn't do
We
that.
really like them parents.
It was like we're not gonna do that
This
shit. But I
hurts
will
me.
punish your ass, you feel me?
We will punish.
And like I'm a lecture like type of dude, you feel me? I'm gonna lecture you, I'm gonna sit you down and like I'm gonna ask you like what you did wrong. I'm gonna feel like,
and you never know how long.
Yeah, you never know. Like, yeah, but like, on your ass, I'm gonna go.
Literally, he's like, come on, sit down on the couch because we need to take a minute. Like, you do not know how long. Yeah,
I'm one of them fathers. Like, on your ass, I'm gonna go. But it's like I feel like that's the part of making like stronger like young men out here, because I want you to be able to think about your situation at a young age, because I feel like that was some stuff that I was missing. Nobody was really like on my ass to make me like think about my reactions and my actions and stuff, especially when I started getting like real hot and heated. Mm-hmm. So if I can like help them at a younger age to be able to like calm that down and control that and stuff, then it's like that's just one more extra step of creating a better, like, you know, little dudes up out here in this society. And that's part of me breaking like generational curses, because I mean, I come from a long line of hotheads, you feel me? Yeah. So it's like, it's nothing wrong with still having like that hothead spirit, but it's about being able to control it. Yep. And it's like, once you have control over it, then it's like, yeah, you're a master of your shit. Because that's the part that makes you a man. It's not about can you fight, it's about how you get out of that situation. Anybody can throw a temper tantrum, because two grown men outside fighting is two grown ass men having a temper tantrum, because y'all wasn't man enough to try to talk that shit out. I get it. If it comes down to where boys got to go to fisticuff, then it is what it is. But if we can't talk this situation out and be grown men about it, then it's like, bro, we failing as grown men. Mm-hmm. We finna get out here and tussle. Like, I'm finna mess up my outfit, bro. Hell nah. You got me so wrong,
beat myself up for you. For like, real. What? But that's emotion. I think for me, it was making sure my kids have emotional maturity. Like, I want them to be emotionally intelligent. Mm-hmm. Like, I want them to be able to identify their emotions. I want them to be able to talk about their emotions. Like, tell somebody when they're crossing a boundary with you. Tell somebody when they hurt your feelings. There's no shame in saying how you feel, being vulnerable. Like, but it is a way to do it. And that's why I always be like, if you can't sit in here like a normal human being, if you have messed up energy, go back there. Like, go to your room. You can still, because it doesn't take away from how you're feeling. That's okay. It's teaching him now, like, if you are not feeling okay, go to your own space. Mm-hmm. Make like do what you need to do to take a minute and come back around when you feel better. Mm-hmm. Like, and we can talk about whatever it is that's wrong if you want to talk about it, or you might be over it. It's however you want to handle it, but you like it's teaching them what's inappropriate and what's appropriate and what's inappropriate.
True.
So I'm like, I always wanted, because as a adult trying to figure out emotional
intelligence is hard. That's the hard part, your own self.
Our parents did not teach us that. Our emotions were not valid as kids. It's like, you a child. You don't have no feelings. Place. Yeah, you don't have no feelings about that.
Stand like, a child's place is not no. That means shut your ass up.
What you got to be mad about? Like,
yeah, like
I could have had a hard day at school. You don't know somebody pushed me off the slide today. You don't know. Had me big mad, and you looking at me crazy like what I got to have attitude about. Kids go through things too. Our parents didn't acknowledge that. So like being in my 20s trying to tell people how I feel, because I can't just be out here jumping on people, fighting everybody. Like, that's inappropriate, especially at a certain age. Once I got to that
late 25, and you can get your ass locked up for real.
They gonna lock you up stage. Like, now maybe they will throw you in jail for acting like that.
You can't be in your 30s fighting, fam. Like, and all
I'm not going to jail for nobody. Not for no petty crime.
Like we already got to stretch when we wake up, so now you want to have to stretch and actually fight. Like, do full movement like that. Like we ain't in those situations to where in our 30s we not on that full movement stuff. Like with our jobs and stuff like that, we know what type of movements we gotta make, and we make them movements. You feel me? But it's like extra movements. It's like, nah, we ain't got time for that.
So it's like that's the crazy part. That's why I'm like, you're like not emotionally intelligent. When I see people 30, 40, somebody, I'm gonna fight you. Excuse me, girl, who finna get out here and break myself up? Like, I'm not doing that no more. Like, I'm over that. So that's why I was like, I want to teach my kids that it's okay to have your feelings and emotions, but it's also a way to show them, and it's a way to get them out and express yourself. So that was always something, because I didn't have that growing up. And I think that's important. A lot of people don't take and talk to your kids. Really take time out to talk to them, because I don't think we make enough time for them. My kids got too much time on me. I think I need access to knowledge.
I think we need to figure out ways to like limit our time with them. Cause like
they don't respect none of my time. They do not care about nothing. I never have
at all. I could be just sitting there dry ass, finally sitting down watching TV, and here comes somebody like, yeah, what you doing? What I'm doing? I'm watching TV. Oh, what you watching? Dang. Oh, okay, so you can't read. It's like, I know you can read, my God. Like, so it's like, but it's like, it's all love though. Cool. It's the fun part.
Parenting is like a toxic journey that you pray, like, you don't have no manual to this shit. You don't know what you're doing, but you like.
You just hope you don't raise no serial killer. Yes. Like, no sociopath, you feel me? Especially not no school shooter. You definitely don't want to raise no SS. So it's like, you just got to try to, I feel like, guiding your kids.
Guidance. You have to guide them. Because that's what, like, I just feel like that's what we are here for. Like, they already had their personalities. So for us as parents to guide that and mature that and like teach them how to steer it and prepare them for like life. It's understanding, like I told Susan, it's gonna be stuff you don't want to do, but you just gotta do it. And it's having that balance to like let them express themselves and respect that they may not want to do something, but also being the adult and being able to say, you gonna do this shit anyways. Like,
because some stuff is just non-negotiable.
Yeah. Because I like the whole gentle parenting thing. Like, I think we're a hybrid. We're a hybrid of everything. Like, we're structured, we're a little strict because some stuff is just not negotiable, but we give our kids a lot of leeway.
Yeah, we let them be able to make their own mistakes to a certain extent. We sure we're going to guide you through your mistakes. But it's about lessons. Yeah, we're a big like
so what
lesson
did you learn
like,
out of this? And every time something happens, I'm like, what did you learn? Because if your kid goes through something and they can't tell you what they learned, I like genuinely, without you having a spoon feed them something, then they have work to do and it gets more mature as they go. But you have to start asking them the question. Kids are way smarter than what people be giving them credit for. Kids are smart. And if you really sit down and be patient with them and ask the questions, you be like, dang, it wasn't even that hard. Like, sometimes with experience, we make it way more harder.
Because you got to get through the first beginning of the bullshit. Like, they going to sit there and tell you, like, the sky is blue, isn't it? You got to get past that dumb stuff and then, like, all the other stuff that they like and stuff. Once they start talking past that, then that's when you can go on, like, get through that next layer and start asking them the good questions. Because you didn't like open them up, where you just let them like talk about like all the cool games and cool toys that they like, or like just dumb stuff that they just like going on, because they can blabber all damn day about like just random nothing. So it's like once you get them like blabbering about that, it's like you can sneak in your little random questions to like throw them off, and like they little asses to get to talking. Crazy thing is, for me, is the difference between raising a like she said, raising a preteen and raising a toddler, bro.
But like,
it's a huge ratio.
I would not recommend.
That's tough. It's from Among Us and Mortal Kombat to Blippi and Paw Patrol and Blue's Clues. Like, that's a huge range, you feel me? Like, that is a huge range. It's crazy. It's fun. It's interesting. I think that's the part that kind of sort of keep me like, running. Besides, like, washing cars all the damn time. I'm mobile.
Yeah.
I'm going to be mobilized up on that. I'm going to move around. But that toddler, Whew.
keep you going all day. Like, homie be up at 7 in the morning and be running off of food. It's, if I could have the energy he has, it would be okay. But I don't have it. And he is really whooping my ass. Like, Santana was not like that. And I love them for their differences. I really, really do, because Madison has this fire. And learning how to tame that and just like guide him through that. Because again, he just don't care. But then like they both have like the sweetest side, and I think that's what makes it. That's the part that makes it toxic, because
they both big helpers, but then they don't give a damn and don't want to help.
Yeah, they be sending you mixed signals. Yeah. Like the flags be crazy. Like you be like, you like me or you don't, because I don't know no more. Yeah, I'm tired. And then like he fuss back with you. Maddie's talk back. Santana,
he gonna fuss back too. He mumbling though. Yeah. Like
Madison like to
you want to cut the grass? Yeah, I cut the grass, and then once you leave, he don't want to cut no damn grass. He gonna come and ask me some stupid shit like that. Like I know
like the little kid that was on the porch when I tried to miss his daddy out on you.
Yeah, like I know that's what you're doing. Just like with Maddox, like yeah, he gonna help me with like rinse the dishes off, but he gonna spray water everywhere. I'm gonna have to wipe up the water. But it's like, I mean, you gotta kind of sort of like let the little dude like help, cause I feel like that was the thing.
He's at this age. He's at that age. Yeah. Now you want to help him be a part.
Yeah. It was realizing that like he wasn't a baby no more, and he's like a toddler now.
So adjusting to two kids is a lot. Yeah. I feel like I say that every year, like we're still getting adjusted to having him around, because every year he could do a little bit more. He's fitting in, but as a baby, he was just kind of there. And then even then, we didn't think he fit in. It was just kind of like adjusting to him.
Yeah, because
like so I'm like, it's like people don't talk about the difference from going from one kid to two,
and not
or
just
going to multiple. Like the adjustment is like, why?
But not just that. It's just for the simple fact of like what time we had Maddox, like. Santana was already six, seven. He was already 6, so it was like he was already like in the groove, like you know he going to school, because that's when we did school and that shit. But he went to school. He knew how to do everything he needed to do. He sit down, watch his TV shows. When he wanted to play with you, he'd come in there and get you to play with him and all this and all that. Versus now we got a newborn. Bro, you gotta wake up in the middle of the night because this little nigga this little dude crying. You gotta change Pampers. Like, oh Lord, like, dang, I gotta change Pampers. Like,
he's so imaginative.
You're hungry again, bro. Like, it's just 2 in the morning. But I done had to warm up so many bottles. I damn near could have broke the baby barista. I was up in this mud faithfully making them baby bottles on that barista, because I wasn't warming up no baby bottles up in no damn hot water. Nope, that took too long. That was a good invention. That was the difference between having a kid back then and having one now, because we had to bring like the good shit this time to make life way much more easier. What? It's the truth. This time with Maddox, it was much more easier. We had the money to make that. Yeah, but it was like good.
I did way more work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you did, because you made the food. You sat there and pureed baby food every Sunday.
You know what I'm saying?
Every Sunday. So he spoiled. He had like fresh pureed food. I never said it was easy.
We be out here struggling. From breastfeeding to trying to get him on a bottle to then put him on solid and making his food.
Yeah, I know.
The transition is just wild.
Yeah.
like I still haven't got to the point where I could sleep in. Like Satana was like you could sleep in a little bit with him. Like he wasn't gonna do that.
Maddox is up with me.
But he gotta get up because he gonna destroy the entire house.
Yeah.
So it's just that kids are toxic. But it's the part that when you know they happy and they're healthy and like knowing that you are doing something different. Because it be like little stuff. Like when you see your kid with other kids and you like, my kids are kind of dope. Like, okay. Like you kind of get to see your kids shine. Like, and you be like, I'm proud of it. Like that's me right there. Like
that's the cool part like, when you get to see them like in their environment and they like doing their little thing and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, you do like have some of the values that we instill.
Yeah, like you are listening. You got a little bit of sense.
Cause that's the crazy thing. Talking about sense, they ass will be at the house and act like they don't have no sense.
Everybody
but in public, they are sweet kids.
Sweet and innocent. Nobody believe me. Everybody think I'm crazy. Yeah. It's insane. And then the homeschooling, because I homeschooled them. And this is a full disclaimer to any parent that want to homeschool their kids. Understand, you do not get sympathy because you are their parent. They are going to go to school just like they will go to school and act a fool with their teacher that day. They are going to act a fool with you. And I was like, this year, because I have to do both of them, and I know both of them is toxic on different levels. Like the tennis, the toxic where he'll just be like, I don't know the answer today. He been telling you what's 12 times 9. For 3 weeks straight, and he'll wake up and just don't know. He be like, it's 2. And will stick to 2. And then don't understand why you upset and why you yelling. He's like, I don't know. And little baby is just like, I ain't doing this shit.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, he just not gonna give you no answer. He just, I ain't doing it. Like.
So is homeschooling, is that like the extra spoiling them? That's the part that make them feel like they extra spoiled, because I know that's the part with me once I realized that like we really gonna do the homeschooling and stuff for our kids. And I mean, I don't have no issues with that, because I feel like me and his mother is smart enough to be able to teach our kids every single thing that they need to know. We just pretty much don't like the way that the school systems and stuff is going at this moment and all. But the thing with the homeschooling is that they have too much access to us.
Yeah.
They see us all day long
for different stuff, and it's like, you have to get it out.
He still do stuff. Don't get me wrong. He still got boxing twice a week, so he got other stuff that he got going on the outside. It's just a simple fact of that, like, we get to enjoy all the little moments, especially with us not like working for the man. We work for our damn selves, so it's like we really get to enjoy like the fruits of our labors. And I think our kids is like the fruits of our labors. You feel me? Like being able
they
to
living in a lap of luxury, and I'm over here struggling hard, deep down bad. Like that's the toxic part. I'm still working for the man. You know what the man is? They under 10. They that's who the man is for me. Because I'm not reaping no benefits. I'm waiting on vacation right now. Like I'm not.
And not no vacation with they ass, because we got a vacation, but we had to bring they asses with us. So it's like, dang, it's not really a vacation for adults. It's a vacation for kids. But hey, it'd be fun. They have fun. Yeah. So, like, is it that what you feel like with spoiling your kids? Do you feel like that's a positive, or is that like a negative? Because I go first. I feel like it's a in between. In between, because it's like you are creating someone that can be emotionally smarter than what they are, but it's like the mouth some of the time.
But that's your toxin. That's what I'm saying. It's how to deal with your toxin. Because you'll be mad about some stuff that you see him. You'll be mad at some stuff you see them do. And then I'm looking at you like, that don't look familiar. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
do
some of the
that,
time
and
it's
now
like
you mad
at
at
that
him for doing
moment
it, and
you
it's
don't catch
like,
it. You
sir,
feel
that's
me?
you.
You don't
That's
catch it all the time. Some of the time you don't catch it until you sit there and think about it. Like, oh shit, he just pulled the me up on me.
because
Like,
everybody dying me and Susanna because they're like, baby, that is you. He got your mouth. Like, he got to come
mm-hmm,
back for everything.
mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And that's when you see your toxic trait in your kid and you like, dang, how am I about to get that out of you? Because that's not. Now you really have to deal with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the
You
whole
have to.
main
That's why
point. It's
parenting
you
will
dealing
grow
with
you
yourself.
up. It has to grow you up because until you figure out how to deal with yourself and heal yourself, you and the kid gonna have a hard time because now you're trying to heal something in somebody that you at a spot that you haven't healed yourself in yet. So it's like, what are you? The first step to fixing them is you got to fix that toxic trait in you that they picked up that you didn't realize they picked up.
True.
And that be the crazy part.
But what if you gave them toxic traits?
That's what I'm saying.
Because I feel like I don't know. I think my balance right now is I feel like I did give my sons some toxic traits because like I wanted a lot. I say like yeah, I wanted a lot as a kid, so therefore I made it to where they don't want for nothing. So it's like trying to teach them how to like still want for something, be humble about it, and like still like want to like care for stuff. Because that's the thing. When they have everything, it's like they don't really care about nothing. Like, and that was, I think I started realizing that like this year, like last Christmas or whatever, or the Christmas before last. Why? No, for the Ryan, when we got all that Ryan stuff.
Yeah.
Like he wanted a Ryan, like all Ryan stuff, and we got him all Ryan stuff. And like he legit like was upset about it and didn't really want to like deal with that shit. And that was the moment I made my mind up that like yeah, I created a monster, you feel me? And it was like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Cause it was like we got finessed that year. That was the YouTube year we got finessed. Like cause he was buying a bunch of different things from them YouTube kids. Mm-hmm. And it was like we were sitting there breaking our necks trying to get these new toys. Kiki all up in Target getting these new toys, getting it with these other mamas out here trying to fight for the Ryan stuff. It's like it was hard work, and then it was like, bro, he didn't care, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like that was my moment. I was like, bruh.
I think I've been had a moment since then. Like, I think it be you. It definitely be you that they play with your heartstrings. Cause I'm a no parent.
What the
switch? Always is like you always gonna tell me no, and I don't tell him no all the time. It's just like I feel like, but that could come from my upbringing. Like I just, if you want something, then once you're old enough to work for it, like even like little baby at this point, like you 3, homie. Like how about you pick up some toys or something? Like you want a snack, you gotta work for that. Like what you? I'm not just out here just gonna be giving you stuff. So like with Santana, it was more so like I'm not raising you to be ungrateful. I'm not raising you to just think you could stuff just fall out the sky and you could just ask where you're gonna get it. No, like you gonna work for it. Do you deserve it? Have you been doing the things you're supposed to do to make sure this is why I should be giving you this? Yeah. And now that he's older, it's like now that you can explain to me, write me a letter. Tell me why you deserve this.
That's the thing too, because he is older. Yeah, it changed. It's not like how it was when he was younger. Yeah. With Maddox is different because it's like, yeah, you still little, so anything and everything that you want. But because you trying to get up to that 4 and stuff like that, now it's kind of sort of time to start like cutting back a little bit. And it's like letting you kind of sort of understand the value of stuff, especially with the older one too. It's like, I mean, you're gonna be wanting battle passes and like VC
like, baby, you gotta work.
and all this stuff. Like, yeah, you gotta do different things. Yeah. Now it's like, yeah, baby, you finna help me wash the cup, like wash some dishes. If you want to burn the water hose,
because like Madison said, let's wash some dishes. He don't talk. Like he does sign language majority of the time, and he talks like when he wants to. So it's like, no, you want this snack, you better ask for it. You better make that sentence. Like
string it together. You know how.
making you work for it, because he was spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I knew Mattis was gonna be a problem. I'm telling y'all, when I knew Mattis was gonna be a problem, it was when he cried, he yelled for something, and the entire house jumped. Like, I mean, the dog, the cat, everybody in the living room in like 2.5 seconds. And I was like, this baby is gonna be just entirely too spoiled. Like, that was the moment I knew I was gonna have a problem, because how fast everybody reacted to him was way too much for me, because I was sitting right there. So it was just like, no, I hear him. He okay. Like, it was like, he's okay. Like, and I have been having problems with him ever since. So I don't think spoiling your kids it's not bad, but I don't feel like you're supposed to spoil them too much to where it's a limit to everything.
Yeah.
Like, give your kids the best that you can give them, but also make a work ethic for them at the same time. That's what I think about that. Like, know your kid individual needs, because one might not care about the other one might care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you handle one, you can't handle the other one, because they're different people and they have different emotions, and like you can't come in like that was a bad. I'm so glad that we do not do that. Like, growing up, you got treated like everybody else. You were no different, even though it was still different. Because our siblings be running wild. That'd be crazy. Yeah. Like, but if you was the oldest,
yeah, you gotta get that.
You was just.
You have to eat that to the chin.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that we thus far have been able to not be our parent in that way. Even though I be having real triggering moments where I'd be like, ooh, like, that deserved a smack. Like, you should just get smacked down for that. Like, it be like this sometimes. But then I pat myself on the back because I'm like, see, I ain't even do it.
Mm-hmm. That'd be the good thing.
Yeah, it's like taking those little rewards as a parent, and then you see your kid do something like humble or sweet or like help another person in need or something like that. You're like, okay,
yeah,
I gotta be on the right path to like raising a decent human being.
True.
Like, it be little stuff like that for me. Like, my kids have genuinely good hearts, and I think I'm proud of it. Like, so it makes me doing my best for them even more worth it. Because they toxic, but
you gotta love them.
It's toxic sometimes. A little bit of toxicness ain't make it say no. It's the stress.
Yeah.
It's the stress of it all.
Yeah, it's the shirt say.
Oh yeah. It's being a parent is stressful, man. Because kids is toxic and they don't care, but like your kids.
They your kids, man.
They your kids.
They little you, so it's like, you know.
And you feel that like it's just a different love that you don't get anywhere else with your kids. So they are like, but sometimes I can say I'd be like, screw them kids.
And my thing,
I don't know. You don't know, if you ain't hid in the bathroom. If you ain't
from a toddler, you ain't hid before.
A man be sitting in the bathroom in the tub. Not even in the tub, but you just got the curtain back. You just hide. You don't even lock yourself in the closet, no light, nothing. Mm-hmm. Just to have a moment away from these kids. Then they nosy. They always in your business. Mm-hmm. They always, I can't even go to the store. I can't even walk outside without everybody in the window. Like, well, what you was doing outside? Minding my dad.
I guess my thing is that little boys have feelings, you know. Little boys have feelings. They got like big emotions. They got little emotions. They got emotions in general
that nobody prepared you
and
for.
It's like if you can steer it the right way, then like I feel like we can honestly slow down the violence with the young boys in our community, because the more that they can be able to like communicate, the better like stuff can be. Because that's I feel like is a major thing that we like lack. So it's like being able to like help my sons to be able to communicate and be like little young men and carry themselves in the way that they're supposed to carry themselves. It's like it's a blessing for me. even like the spoiling part, like it's a win-win situation. It's a win-lose situation for me. But I mean, it is what it is on that
It's just the little
situation.
things.
But it's like, yeah,
It's really like the little things, like, boy, get the door, like, open that doggone door, like, you see people come through. It's like the little, it's little
it's
stuff,
just
like the
teaching them the little
courtesy
stuff.
of it. Like, you don't let no woman carry no bag, you carry that bag. Like, you know, she wants to carry it, fine, but you don't just be out here empty-handed and you see the woman carrying that bag. Like, get the bag. I want to teach my sons to be gentlemen as well.
Yeah.
Like, chivalry is not dead.
No such thing as being
Like,
dead. That little dude can grab the
You
door.
can grab
He can
a
still
door,
do them little things, even
be
if they
courteous.
don't say thank you or nothing like that. You still grab that door and you
Yeah.
still do what you do because you're a man, bro. So men, we kind of sort of do a bunch of stuff that go unnoticed. So what's wrong with you doing little things like that?
Cause it's somebody's gonna notice it somewhere. So that's I'm like, no, like, God, just God your kids. It's always gonna be toxic. Trust me, I know, child.
Is that the moral of the story?
Yeah.
Got your kids.
God your kids.
The moral of the story, people, is got your kids. So before we get out of here, do you have a rant that you want to get into? Because that's a thing. Like we said, we was gonna do on the lives on the podcast too. We always gonna lead this bad boy with a good rant. Everybody get their rant off. And if you ever do decide to come on this podcast, we do want you to get your rent off too. So it's like before we do all like the little extra homework and tell you where to find us at and all that extra jazzy and blase stuff. What's up with your rant? What you gotta say?
My first friend is Mark be trying to be too cool for school. Okay, that's what Santana get that from. That's what I be saying. Like that he be the toxic traits that he don't realize he have, and then it comes out in one of his kids, and he just do not understand.
Too cool for school. Like, so what did I do that was too cool for school?
Just showing that.
I'm showing out. Like, damn, like I'm bringing the heat. I'm showing out. Like, oh, okay. So I must.
If y'all feel me, drop. I want y'all to tag me and him in it, and say showing out. That's all you gotta say. Don't say nothing else. 2 words. But showing out.
Cap. Graduation cap. If you know, you know. Nah. Cap. Graduation cap. What's your second rant?
These people are still trying to take me out. My leg, I'm just not getting better. You know how much stuff I done tripped over just today? These people, I think
just getting better. Can you like officially tell the people like exactly like what happened? Cause
none of their business.
A woman don't tell her personal business.
None of their business.
Okay, I feel you.
I had an accident because kids are toxic.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how toxic they are. They leave their toys on the floor after you've asked them 15,000 times to get their toys off the floor. Then it takes me to have a freak accident. Now I'm suffering from PTSD because I just slipped on a toy, messed up my whole knee.
And she recorded it too. That's the most embarrassing part.
Trying to make content and be great. See how that fast I woke up in the morning time trying to have a good day.
And it's probably buried in her thing. She go one day, not even leg hurt. She gonna be going through her videos. And she go, oh, this interesting. No, this some good content. And she gonna see her bust her ass and she gonna be back to piss.
Baby took me out with the toy.
That's crazy.
It's toxic. He woke up, messed over my whole day. Now, thanks to him, the Target didn't have no more good homeschooling stuff. I still ain't got no planner. He has literally set me off a whole month. Because why? They toxic. Kids don't give a shit about your schedule or what you have going on.
At least you had good food. Put an end to
it.
What good food? So you trying to say that I wasn't no cooking up bomb ass my okra stuff from scratch, fam. Like I cooked the okra from scratch and I cooked the tomato sauce. I made my own tomato sauce. You feel me?
So
like fresh tomatoes, you feel me? Like the next door neighbor gave us some okra like last year. So I defrosted some of them bad boys and I chopped them up and everything. So like everything was like fresh tomatoes, organic.
It could have been seasoned.
That's the only thing, but it's like, okay. I'm not heavy handed with the seasoning.
He didn't even know cornbread, y'all.
Cause I didn't turn on the oven actually, cause that was my part. You still going on with your rant? Cause I'm
clearly not.
My rant is the sun, fam. The sun. Yes, the sun is hot. I'm getting darker. Like it's just finna turn August, and like today we hit 103 on the thermostat, and it's like, yeah, it's my birthday month. But yeah,
they bring hell. Baby, something about them August babies just bring hell on earth.
And we still got a couple of more the beginning of August, and it's like it's just more and more heat, but it's the hottest part of the year, and it's like gonna make this bread though. But like I stay cool. I stay hydrated like a mug. Boys be out here hydrated. Ice, water, ice.
I think if he waiting out September to take over that beast, summertime not gonna be.
Hell nah.
Because the sun not gonna sweat like that.
I'm gonna have to get like he ain't gonna do the mobile part. He gonna have to have like a stationary shop. If he could just have a shop, then yeah, he'll sit there and have a shop.
He done let it be known now. He not about that life. He not gonna be outside working in the heat. He don't be doing any type of weather.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy part. But I guess it's like I feel like we had us a good first episode. She gonna wait till she go back and hear it, and then she gonna be like, "Oh, it really was a good episode."
It's the perfectionist in me, okay? Like I just, you never know.
Yeah, that's true. Like yeah, you never know. But I'm Hunt.
I'm your girl Key,
and we are Hunt Life the podcast. This is the first episode. You can catch us on Hunt Life the podcast up on Instagram.
You can follow me at @thekey KEA.
And you can follow me at Hunt Files, and you can also follow our
Mr.